7 iron, and I took it.
And I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Cook.
Here.
Hopkins.
Here.
O'Nettle. Patterson.
Here.
Richardson.
Here.
Aaron Scott.
Here.
Bill Scott.
Here.
Wonkel. Wormowski.
Yeah, I'll stop that one.
Williams.
Here.
Mayor Ezra.
Here.
City Attorney Beard.
Here.
Hit the wrong button. There we go.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Is there a reading of the minutes tonight?
Yes, I'd like to move minutes be accepted as circulated.
Thank you. Is there a second? Alderman Cook, seconded. All in favor of approving the minutes, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Presentation of petitions?
We have no petitions.
Any communications?
I have two. The first one, try to do my best on this one. It's from an Andrew Chris, K-R-I-S-S. He's working on bringing Healthy Kids Race Series to Jacksonville. It's a pre-K through 8th grade, and each age group will run a different distance. The youngest is 50 yards, blah, blah, blah. Requesting the use of Jacksonville Park District, letting me use some of the open area in the community park to host this race over a 5-week period. And he did come back and he talked with Adam, and they're gonna try to find an area over there where they're gonna do this. And I can't remember exactly what the time frame is gonna be. It's not that long, but they have pre-K. They only have one race, 2 races on 2 to 3 year olds, 4 to 5 year olds. Kindergarten and first grade have a quarter mile. Second and third grade have a half-mile race. Fourth and fifth have a 1 mile, and 6th through 8th have a 1 mile. So basically, the start time would be 4 p.m. and would last about 1 hour, but that does depend on how many people get signed up. There is a cost. People sign up by getting online and signing up and paying. He did not give me the cost of that on here. But anyway, we have healthykidsrunningseries.org is the website. And as I said, he's already talked to Adam, and they're going to set something aside. No set dates yet on what they're going to be, but it's going to be on am I correct, Sunday? I just said that, didn't I? It's really not it's an email back and forth. He didn't have a lot of the information, and then he finally got some information, but that's the program. They have over 100 races throughout the United States. They also provide insurance for the series, the Healthy Kids Running Series. And basically that's it. Community park.
Sure they can
We'll
find
do an open area, probably out there somewhere.
It's in the grassy areas.
Yeah. And I think he said he'll go out and mark off the areas. He'll get with Adam to work with Adam with regard to how they mark it off, because I know that was, don't put it on the trees. Okay, anybody have any problem with that? Sounds like a
And what date is that?
plan. There is no dates. He'll work that out with Adam.
They'll be doing it on Sunday
But
afternoon.
on Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. I think that is when the Rotary ends the Ferris wheel.
What date?
Sundays 2 to 4.
Starts at 4 to 6.
Starts at 4.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they'll have a lot of kids go over to you after they run the race.
Ask.
There you go. $2 a pop.
No, that's free.
Free? Well, cool.
Sponsor weekend too.
I can? Super. The other one here is the Lincoln Avenue Baptist Church. They'd like to use Community Park on June 3rd from 10 a.m. Well, actually from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a 10 o'clock a.m. service. And they're going to work with the Rotary Club to see if they'll open up the Ferris wheel at 2 o'clock. That's where I got the 2 o'clock.
I know.
But that is June 3rd, and they want to have it at the South Gazebo surrounding area and near the restaurants and over that area. So I'll pass this on to Adam to make sure that they make contact with him so that he can make sure that they have access to the bathrooms.
Which bandstand roof are we fixing?
Pardon?
Which bandstand roof are we?
He just says the south gazebo, that'd be the big one down there, if I'm not mistaken, because the little one is north, yeah. Any questions on either one of those? Okay, that's all I have, Mr.
Is
Mayor.
there any claims this week?
No claims. Yes, there are claims.
Yes. Is there a
Your hands
motion?
of the Alderman.
The hands of the Alderman.
Alderman Bill Scott, seconded by Alderman Jeff Hopkins. All those in favor of paying claims, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? One item under the mayor's report is the appointment of Carolyn Bonjean to the Board of Managers, Jacksonville Cemetery Board, term to expire in January 1st, 2022. Is there a motion for Ms. Bonjean? Alderman Cook, second by Alderman Williams. Voice vote, all those in favor of Carolyn to be on the board, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? One other item under the mayor's report. Next meeting. You want to have it next Monday? The 21st, and then we wouldn't have to do it the 29th. Then the next meeting after that would be the 11th of June. So we're going to have our next council meeting next Monday night. Everybody good with that?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay, city attorney's report.
Thank you. Three items. The first is the second reading of the ordinance amending the municipal code concerning the ex officio members of the Commission on Disabilities and Human Relations.
Is there a motion? Alderman Aaron Scott, second by Alderman Bill Scott.
Be it ordained that Chapter 2 Administration, Article 10, Commission on Disabilities be amended such that the two ex officio members will consist of the mayor and one person to be appointed by the mayor.
Discussion? I would ask the clerk, please call roll.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Odenell?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Richardson?
Yes.
Aaron Scott?
Yes.
Bill Scott?
Yes.
Wormowski?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Cook?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Second is a resolution making minutes of certain closed sessions of the City Council available for public inspection.
Is there a motion? Alderman Large Oldnettle, second by Alderman Hopkins.
Be it resolved that certain closed session minutes of the Jacksonville City Council are hereby made open for and available for public inspection.
Discussion? I would ask the clerk, please call roll.
Odenell?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes.
Richardson?
Yes.
Aaron Scott?
Yes.
Bill Scott?
Yes.
Wormowski?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Cook?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And the third item is a resolution approving the closing of the Heritage Cultural Center account and transfer of funds to the Cultural Center.
Motion, Alderman Richardson, second by Alderman Large Oldnettle.
Be it resolved that the account of the Jacksonville Heritage Cultural Center using the city's taxpayer ID number is hereby closed, and all funds there and all previous funds transferred to the Heritage Cultural Center.
Discussion? I would ask the clerk, please call roll.
Patterson?
Yes.
Richardson?
Yes.
Aaron Scott?
Yes.
Bill Scott?
Yes.
Wormowski?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Cook?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Odenell?
Yes.
Motion passes.
City clerk's report tonight.
I did have something on there.
Yeah, you did.
I do.
You emailed them out.
I have 4 reports that you received via email. If there are any questions on any of those reports, give me a call, stop by the office.
And any public comment at this time? No public comment? Consent agenda items, finance, IT, and personnel, Alderman Cook.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have two items tonight. The first one is the resolution authorizing payments from the Capital Improvement Fund for certain improvement projects. And the second item is the resolution authorizing payments from the general fund for services rendered.
Planning and Public Works, Alderman Scott.
We have two items tonight, Mr. Mayor. Resolution authorizing waiver of advertisement for bids and accepting proposal for the replacement of two HVAC units for the Jacksonville Fire Department substation. Second item is a resolution authorizing waiver of advertisement for bids and accepting proposal on state bid for purchase of a loader for the use of the Municipal Services Department. Thank you.
And Utility, Alderman Hopkins.
We have one resolution authorizing payments from the Waterworks and Sewage Projects Fund for services rendered improvements project. I so move.
And is there a second tonight? Alderman Richardson. Is there any items under the consent agenda you wish to pull for further discussion? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Richardson.
Yes.
Aaron Scott.
Yes.
Bill Scott.
Yes.
Wormowski.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Hopkins.
Yes.
Odenettle.
Yes.
And Patterson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, committee reports tonight. There's none. Any old business tonight? No old business? Any new business? Yeah. Alderman Wormowski.
Sure, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Nicole?
So I got a message today from Andy. I don't remember who came in to tell me, hi, I'm Nicole. You guys all know me and probably happy to see me. So I put out your message to Lynn Hertzberg, that you don't want the moons on the sidewalk anymore because they don't wash off. I just stopped in real quick to give you the feedback that we got from the community. I don't know how to say it, but there's like 40 people and still people commenting that they love moons and they don't want to see them go. So I just want to let you know that the community.
Nicole, I have no idea what you're talking about. So can we start with that?
Sure, yeah. I'm
Awesome.
just going to drop them off. So the moon paintings that end up on the sidewalk, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. First Fridays. Does anyone know the name of the man who came in and asked me to give this man the message? No.
I talked to the
Thank
mayor
you.
about this last year. The gentleman that goes up there and paint told me that he was using paint that would wash off in a rain or two. There was pictures he painted last fall or last summer were up there all winter long. And my brush finally washed it off. I had people that didn't want the pictures up there. They said, how come he's doing that? So
Did
Andy
you
and
have a lot of
I
them?
talked to the mayor about it and using those kind of paints, which he told me was washable paints, which it wasn't, we decided to tell him not to do it anymore. And I hadn't seen him do anymore until I
I think
just
he
saw
does it in
one
the middle of the
today.
night. If anyone has suggestions on what he could use, because people love it. People come downtown on First Fridays and they stand there and they watch him do it and they take pictures and they send it all over to other people. If you have suggestions on what he could use instead, that'd be great because all these comments are from people who think it's great and don't want to see it go. And that includes downtown business owners, Just Good Trade. I don't know if Andy's got put on there, but we all like to see it there and we would.
Well, since this is, I'm first time hearing about this one, but I noticed this comment here says chalk artwork. If he's using chalk artwork, it would just wash off, so.
It's a tempera paint, I believe, and they're usually not there that long. We can time the one that's on there currently. It's been there for about a week. It's gonna rain now.
Where's it
So-
at now?
It's kind of out in front of the Playhouse Theater.
Great.
Okay.
I'm rushing. I'm in a hurry, so I'm sorry to seem like I'm chewing it out, but I am. But I just want to bring those and show you what the community's. And if you've got people who don't want them on there, fine. But I don't want to tell them not to do it anymore. I'm not going to tell them not to do it anymore. If you guys wanna tell him, then fine, but
Why did he use chalk?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, just
Is there a chalk paint? I mean, they're realistic, they're wonderful, they're, right, I don't know. You're talking like sidewalk chalk? I don't know. Maybe he can't get the right detail in it, I'm not sure.
My brother's a chalk artist.
You don't pay him to do it, it's not.
No, I'm not associated in any way. So that was part of my concern as well, is that, nope, we're not associated. He sells his things in my shop, but I don't tell him to paint, I don't tell him not to paint, I don't pay him to paint. He paints here, I think he's painted downtown at the courthouse as well, so. Yeah. So the message came through me, I'm not associated with it, but I put the message out to him, and that's what the community's saying. They want it to stay.
Thank you for relaying that.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
Any other new business or old business?
Comment, I was down to the library today and talking to Patty Saltman and some employees. And he's out there saying that busy Shields is keeping them busy and so forth, along with the local farmers and so forth. So that was good to hear.
Yeah, that's.
You know, my brother is a chalk artist in California, and the stuff that he uses, the chalk he uses, once you put water on it, it's gone, and he does all the detail and everything else. So I'm not real, when you start talking about acrylic paint, another issue is, in most places where they do chalk art, they get permission to do it on the sidewalk. They don't just come up and start drawing, because I'm looking at the fact that if we do that, then you got kids that will come up and start defacing sidewalks as well. So, I mean, if it's one thing for us to say, yes, it's fine if you do it in this period of time, but just willy-nilly anytime, no.
That's allowing anybody
No,
any expression they want.
Well, just let you know that every single concert series and downtown event, they bring out a couple boxes of chalk and let the kids color all over the
But
sidewalk,
this
so.
isn't, Steve, this isn't chalk. When my machine goes over it and it's wet,
Oh,
and that broom goes over it and it doesn't come off there, that's not chalk.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about what your issue is.
no, you're
I'm,
just saying
I'm just
what-
talking about,
What the kids do up there for the concerts is great.
Right.
I mean, that's fine, but it's gone the next day.
but it sounded like we were talking about you had to get a permit to make for kids to write on the ground. That's what I was worried about.
I wasn't talking about them. The kids are fine. It's just him doing it in front of whatever business he wants to.
Yeah, I understand. And if it's not chalk and it's not coming off, it's different,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
No, that's a whole different.
Well, I think she made a very good point. There's a new one there right now. It's been there a week. I believe we get so much ridiculousness brought to us as a city council that anything that's going to become a storm of controversy like this, we should know about.
Yeah.
Because this is obviously, I mean, you can see this one coming a mile away that it's going to be a problem.
Well, I think it'd be simple enough to work it out with Terry, and if it is.
Yeah, it's been over a year, we talked, this is the
Yep.
first I've heard of this,
Yep.
over a year.
Well, for next meeting, all I can think of is Bad Moon Rising. We can think of some bad things to say for next week.
Okay. Yeah.
One other thing, we got a note from Dusty Douglas with MCS Community Service. They have one or more $1,000 scholarships available that they can't find any applicants for. So if you know anyone for college, seniors in high school, they have pretty stringent income guidelines. So like maybe a family of three, for like 60 or 90 days, the income can't be over $4,000. So Dusty just got it to us today, but if you know, I'm putting it out to the schools, but if you know of anybody in that situation, contact MCS. Dusty'd love to hear from them to try and fill these scholarships.
I say good bet, send it to Dr. Sheaf, because he could probably forward it on to some people who apply for his
Yeah, and
scholarships.
that's what I was gonna do. I didn't realize he was coming tonight, but I'll ship it to him tomorrow.
Mayor, I'd like to back up for a week on the Healthy Kids Running Series and not give that answer yet. That's a nationwide initiative, community initiative that we shouldn't be handing off without any involvement. There's a lot more to that program than just, I just think since we have a meeting in a week, we can talk about it before we contact the guy and and say, reach out to Adam without question.
Hey, Skip, the guy that reached out to you, is he a local guy?
Yeah, he says he's from Jacksonville.
He's from Jacksonville? Because I think you can start your own race if you're
My
from,
name is Andrew Chris,
right?
a resident of Jackson.
Yeah.
And I've got his phone number, and I got his email address. Because he emailed everything to me.
The only concern I would have with that, I've not seen one of these where you register online and pay for it online. I don't know what the response is gonna be. This is not a city-sponsored event. I would hate to see a situation where a bunch of people signed up for it and then it didn't take place, and they blame the city. So that's why I think if it's a nationwide event, we can take a little bit closer look at it and maybe require, they probably have insurance and a bond.
Yeah, it's kind of like Girls on the Run, kind of that thing. So it's not just something we should hand off our park. They bring in corporate sponsors.
It's $35 for the 6 weeks, the 5
Yeah,
weeks.
let me read just the other sentence, that's what caught my eye. They would sign up through the Healthy Kids Race Series and pay for the race that way. I am only paid when the race comes to an end and after the t-shirts, trophies, advertising is all said and done, and I get what is left.
What is he? He coach?
Sounds like he's a local sponsor of this.
Yeah, so let's just
Local
find out a
organizer.
little bit more.
And to answer your point, if this is a scam, just saying theoretically, if they pay online with a credit card, they get their money back, so. It's not
Well,
like you're-
I don't think it's a scam. I feel like it's something, if New Balance is a corporate sponsor of it, it's a big deal, and we shouldn't just hand it off without any interest in it at all as a community. We should embrace it as a community. So,
Big name like that.
I'm just reading over these.
But a meeting with this Chris guy would be a good idea.
Gotta get.
And again, when
Stephen,
we
come
have
talk to us
issues
Monday.
that come before us,
It's gonna be a lunch.
such as this, and people start saying, well, they want paintings, we didn't know that, that's being blindsided, because we didn't know anything about it.
right, but, so when did the email go out from the mayor?
I've never seen her doing that.
So Terry went to see him.
Terry brought this is.
We just talked about it
We talked.
last year, and he hadn't done it anymore until just till I saw it today. And I just went in to Nicole and I said, could you please tell him not to paint on that anymore? And that's all I said to her. Because what's gonna happen, and I've seen it before, if you let one person paint a picture here, the kids will see that and then paint anywhere on any of the sidewalks. I mean, it'll just spread, because somebody else will say, oh, I wanna make my artistic statement and go paint in front of some business up there. And those are, I mean, they're city sidewalks. I mean, if it was chalk, it wouldn't be any big deal, but like I say, it's not chalk, it's paint that lasts more than just a rain.
Right, but if it's not in front of her building, why would we give her the message?
Because he's done it for her before. It was right between the playhouse and hers.
But she said he sells stuff at her store.
Yeah,
So I
so-
understand, but, yeah, so there's a contact there, but she's not the
And
one.
he does stuff with the bookstore also, so I just said, she was open, and I said something to her, because I know he's gone in there before.
He has a really cool telescope. You can really see the moon that way. Amazing. Okay.
All right.
Adam, keep an eye out.
Yes, Lori, you can.
Don't.
Tony, you gonna,
Oh,
Lori has a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Alderman Williams, you're adjourned. I'm an old dart though.